am moving to the next chapter. And the chapter name is, that is second chapter. Chapter name is center of, it's shaking, right? Buoyancy. We call it as COB. We also call it as, or we also call it B. Okay. Center of buoyancy or COB, which is also we denote with the letter capital B. Okay. Now, what is center of buoyancy? Center of buoyancy is a point at which my entire buoyant force is acting. Okay. It is just like a center of gravity, just opposite to it. Center of gravity is the point at which my entire mass was concentrated, and my center of gravity was always act vertically downwards. Where center of buoyancy is a point where my entire buoyant force is acting vertically upwards. Clear? This is very simple. Okay. So center of buoyancy. Now, if I want to show you the diagram, I'll just show you the difference. Okay. This is for center of gravity G. This is for center of buoyancy B. The center of gravity was totally dependent upon the, wherever I am having more center mass, I was having center of buoyancy, center of gravity over that point. Center of gravity over that point. And my center of gravity was always acting vertically downward. This is what we have already studied, right? Now, for regarding the center of buoyancy, so what we have to consider, just consider I am having a water. This I am giving small example and some object in the water. Okay. So now this entire bucket is fully filled with the water, right? Now portion which is inside the water, the portion which is inside the shaded portion, green color shaded portion. Okay. Now this green color shaded portion is called as, I will write here, underwater volume. The volume which is inside the water, that is under, this is called as green color shading, is called as underwater volume. Where the portion which is remaining on the top, the portion which is remaining above the water, this red color shading is called as above water volume. Okay. The portion which is inside the water is called as underwater volume, but the portion which above the water is called as above water volume. Okay. Now, the centroid through which my entire buoyant, now if you know about my Archimedes principle or any other object which is in the water, the upthrust force is acting on this underwater volume, right? There is one upthrust force which is acting on this underwater volume. Now the centroid of this upthrust force, the center of this centroid of this upthrust force through which my entire buoyant force is acting vertically upward is called my center of buoyancy, this portion. Very simple. The centroid through which my entire buoyant force is acting vertically upward is called the center of buoyancy. Okay. Here what we said, the center of gravity acting vertically downwards, but the center of buoyancy, it is acting vertically upward. First thing. Second thing is center of gravity always is totally dependent upon the mass. That means what, wherever I am having more mass, my center of gravity will be towards that point, right? But over here, my center of buoyancy totally depend upon the mass, where the center of buoyancy totally depend upon the underwater volume. Okay, that means it's totally depend upon this green shaded portion. I'll give you one more example. For example, suppose this is my water line. Okay, suppose this is my water line. My any object is in like this. If you see this green color portion, I can shaded portion, I can show you in the underwater volume, right? Now, in this condition, my center of buoyancy cannot be in the left side. It will be mostly towards the right side, because if you see the figure properly, I'm having more underwater in the right side. Center of buoyancy is over here and acting vertically or through this point. Very simple. So wherever I'm having more underwater volume, the center of buoyancy will be towards that point. Or in terms of ship, if I want to say, this is my transverse view, this is my center line, okay, which is my underwater volume. This is my water line, right? This is my underwater volume. So center of buoyancy will be centroid of this, somewhere over here. And how it is acting? Vertically upward. Can you see?
Yes.
And if I want to show them, suppose just consider because of some wind or waves, my ship got inclined. Okay, this is my new water line. This is my center line of my ship. If you see, this is my underwater ocean now. Initially, this third figure, what you can see, the center of buoyancy will be exactly lying on the center line, because if you see, underwater volume is same on the port as well as starboard side, right? But here, if you see, this is my center line. My underwater volume cannot be on the center line now. Where it will be, towards the left side or towards the right side?
Right side.
Yeah.
Right side, sir.
It will be somewhere over here, this portion. It will be somewhere over this portion, because if you can see, my underwater volume is little higher in the right side, so somewhere over here, acting vertically upwards. Okay, so you understood a very basic simple concept: center of gravity and center of buoyancy. Now, center of gravity, it is a point at which my entire mass is concentrated and acting vertically downwards, where center of buoyancy, it is a point at which my entire buoyant force is acting vertically upwards. So this is the basic concept of center of buoyancy. And center of gravity depend upon the mass, whereas center of buoyancy totally depend upon the underwater volume. So wherever I'm having more underwater volume, my center of buoyancy will be towards that location. Okay. So there are some few, not formula, but you should remember very few basic concepts. That is, center of buoyancy, that is B. Center of buoyancy for box shape barge. Now, what is the meaning of box shape barge? What is the meaning of box shape barge? It is not having the proper that forward and aft, that is, they are not having the sharp shape, but it is normal, just like a box. Nowadays, you cannot see the box shape barge. This is my this is called as box shape. This is called as box shape barge. Okay. Now I'm taking the section of this. Okay. So the center of buoyancy for the box shape barge. Suppose this is my barge and floating in the water. Okay. Suppose this is my, everybody remember what is draft? Right? So center of buoyancy for the box shape barge is B is half of the draft. Always remember, the center of buoyancy for the box shape barge is half of the draft. Very simple. From figure itself, you can find it out. This is total draft. The center of buoyancy will be somewhere over here. So exactly it will be half of it. Okay. So center of buoyancy for the box shape barge will be half of the draft. Now, what I said initially in center of gravity also, there should be some reference lines. For example, when we did problem, we are showing as kg, right? So for the center of buoyancy part, we name it as kb. Where what is kb? K stands for key. So distance between from keel to center of buoyancy. Very simple. Okay. So center of buoyancy for the box shape barge is half of the draft. Always remember this. Okay. And second, this is my first. Okay. And second is center of buoyancy for triangular shape.
Sir, the video is blurred.
Now,
Still blurred.
it's clear.
Now
A central buoyancy for just consider I'm having one triangular shape vessel. Okay, floating in the draft D. The center of buoyancy will be somewhere over here. Right? This is my suppose just consider my central line of this vessel. So KB for the triangular vessel is 2/3 of draft. Always remember this. For box shape vessel, it is half of the draft. For triangular vessel, it is 2/3 of the draft.
Sir, it is blur. Can you clear it?
Is clear?
No, sir.
No. Maybe today I'm having network issue. Still
Clear,
not
clear,
clear?
clear, clear.
Okay. So two formula you should remember. KB for box shape is half of the draft and KB for triangular vessel is 2/3 of the draft. Now just write down the problem. Very small problem I'll give you. Just write down the small problem. Find find KB for find KB for box shape barge. Find KB for box shape barge for the length of 100 meter, for the breadth of 32 meter, and floating in the draft of 16 meter. Find a KB for the box shape barge for length of 100 meter, breadth of 32 meter, floating in the draft of 16 meter. Can you find? Can you find?
Yes. 8 meter.
So KB for box shape barge is half of the draft, which is half of the 16, which is equal to 8 meter. Okay. This is my first example. Very simple. Second one. Find the draft. Find the draft. Find the draft for the triangular vessel. Find the draft for the triangular vessel, for the length of 80 meter, for the length of 80 meter, breadth of 28 meter, and vertical center of buoyancy is given as, and vertical center of buoyancy is given as 6 meter. What is the meaning of vertical center of buoyancy? What vertical center of buoyancy is also called as KB.
KB.
KB is given as 6 meter. Vertical center of buoyancy, that is, what is the distance
Sir, draft
of
is 8
center of
meters.
buoyancy? So what you have to do, you have to use formula. KB is 2/3 of the draft. So KB is given as 6 is equal to 2/3 of the draft. Therefore, draft is equal to 6 into 3 by 2. 18 by 2. 9 meter. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the, sorry. Can you see the first problem? Page number 63. First problem. Page number 63, first problem. A box-shaped vessel, of displacement 1640 ton, is 50 meter long, 10 meter wide, and 8 meter high. Now, what is the meaning of high? It is a draft or something else. "10 meter wide and 8 meter high." What is the meaning of high?
Sir, depth.
Yes, depth of the ship. 8 meter high. Find KB in seawater if she was in the even keel and upright. Now, this statement is simply they are given. That means my ship is not inclined. Okay, this is straight, upright.